Hi guys, it's going to be a little quick update. Several months ago I got this Bluetti Eb55 EB charger. It's a portable power unit, battery basically. And I wanted to try it out. I told you I'd give you updates over time to see how it's performed over time. I just got back from my gathering where I did a 10 days camping. This was my sole power source at the lake. I charged my cameras, I charged any device I needed to charge was on this. I started out with a 100% charge, and after 10 days I was down to 20%, which is, I consider, very good. No additional charging, no nothing. That was it. It handled all of my needs and still had a little bit more to go. Now, realizing that this handled my needs, it comes with a different charging set. So I want to talk about that for a second, because this would be more than adequate for everything I need. I don't know about you, but to me it speaks more about a power unit that can take small charges, you know, discharges I should say. Charge up a phone, turn it off, and you don't use it again for 6 hours. Charge up a phone, turn off, don't use it again for 6 hours. When it did that for 10 days, because I see a lot of these things, that, not this company, but I've seen several of this with friends, where they have these big power units, and man, it's got so much power, blah, 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 and you go to charging the phone or something out with these small discharges, and it just seems to cascade. And it was only good for 3 days, and then all the power was gone in it. The amount of power that thing had, it should have charged that phone for a month. Why didn't it? Those small little start and stops. This one, on the other hand, and these are not cheap, this Bluetti Eb55 did fantastic. It did all I needed to do with these 30 minutes to an hour charges of small devices and didn't collapse. It stayed strong the whole time. Okay, now let's look at the next step. If I was using this in, say, a RV, or I was using it in a camping adventure where we're going from A to B, I have other options where I could charge this en route. It comes with 3 cords, and the 3 cords allow you to, number one, let's look at the big one. It comes with this DC inverter that allows me to plug it directly into house current and then plug it into the front. This can discharge while charging. That's going to become important with solar, isn't it? Because it also is solar charged, but with this, it has a charging rate of about 200 on the scale. It's got a little scale that says in and out. So my input scale was 200 coming in. 200 watts coming in. It will charge fairly quickly, like that. So if I stop at a hotel, or I stop at a rest stop, or I stop anywhere where I've got power, I could hook this up in just a couple of hours, charge it up. Okay? Like an overnight or whatever. On the other hand, in the power supplies, I have one here that's designed to plug into a cigarette lighter and then plug into it. So I could plug it into my truck while I'm going down the road. You wouldn't want to plug it into your truck and leave it. You'll drain the truck battery trying to charge this. But going down the road where it's got plenty of, you know, your road speed, this would be charging in. It's going to be somewhere or 60 or 70 coming from this into it. At least it did with my alternator. And it was like 68, 65, something like that, amps coming in. So that's a smaller, much smaller than the power, but it does top it up. Now notice that the amount I needed, it took 10 days to get it down to that much. So if I'm driving from A to B and it's a 2-hour drive, I would probably be able to recharge what I had used overnight charging this at camp, and I couldn't. So I could keep this topped up so that when I did need the long run, I could do it. So as I'm en route to and from, I can charge. The other one is a solar charge hookup. I do not have a solar bar yet, but I could take a solar and put on top of the pickup and hook it up and re-top it up. By doing this, I'm upping my drain time. So I'm using so little that I've got, just by itself with nothing else, 10 days worth of power in this. If I could trickle back in 3 days in, say, 6 hours, Well, now I'm constantly adding. You see what I'm saying? I drain down my daily charge and I put back in. I could keep my battery almost at optimal by hooking up a solar at the campsite, putting it on top. I can top up at a rest stop or something where I've got power. I can top up en route driving down the road, just trickling it back in, or I can hook up solar. This would keep this in the field working with me as my camp power supply. You see what I'm saying? So as I go out here and start doing this, and start doing my camp outs, I've got a power supply. I can recharge my phone or whatever little device I need to charge. It's ready, it's hooked up, and a bright day, great. Oh man, it's raining, we won't be able to charge it up with solar, but it's a 3.5 hour drive to get back to such and such. Plug it in, top it back up. That's what's going to keep me up and in the field. So my little 6 months plus with the Bluetti, using it at night to charge my phone. Now using it at camp of discharge, discharge, discharge. I'm impressed with it. Again, these are not cheap units. They are an investment. But I spend a lot of time outdoors and I needed something that could handle a pretty big load, but I wanted to see how it would handle that trickle. Because I see a lot of and then the trickle is what kills them. You can plug in a power drill, you can plug in a coffee maker, you can plug in whatever, and man, it'll run it up. Yeah, but you got to recharge it in 4 hours, don't you? Because it drains it down. How does it do when you're just doing a small amount over a long time? Does it collapse? It didn't. It held up. And I'm impressed with it. I just wanted to share that with you. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. And thank you very much for your views and support. And if you've got a unit that you like or something that you don't like about a unit, put it in the comments down there. Help me out. Educate me a little bit onto different units and what you see the best way to go to keep one of these running in the field. I'd appreciate it. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie. Wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.